This is John Cerrone with the Over the Impossible team. Alright, here we are. I just crossed half the country, flew from Florida to Oklahoma to hang out here in my bug out shack, and I wanted to give you a tour and tell you why I'm out here. I'm smiling, I don't know why, because I really do think that I have the coronavirus, and it's not a joke. But I know it's a little weird to say this, but basically I am feeling like I'm at 99% because I've been struggling with minor symptoms for weeks now. In the first week I was in denial, and in the last week I've kind of come to the acceptance that I have it, and we had a discussion about whether or not I should go ahead and get officially tested last night, and we decided that the way the chaos is happening with people that are really falling down and everything, that it would be easier for me to get a test like a different way, a different day, and we're going to do our best to get a test so I can prove that I do have coronavirus, or maybe I'm just paranoid. But the thing is, I've been drinking Betulin tea, or Betulin rich tea, for 2 months now, since I discovered this chemical known as Betulinic Acid that occurs in nature, and I've been, like, thinking in terms of precautionary terms, and I've been drinking that tea twice a day. And I think when I finally started showing symptoms, it was because I was traveling so much, and I'm wearing masks on airplanes, as you saw in another video. But really, I mean, my first days in Orlando, I sat across from a guy who was really coughing, what sounded like his last coughs, and he didn't seem very concerned about it. I told him about Betulin, and he didn't respond. He said he wasn't interested, and he went on his way. However, he was coughing across the table towards everyone, and it's this kind of nonchalance that's actually really the enemy of slowing down this virus in the United States. We have to be a little more cautious about how we're treating other people, how we're interacting with other people. Are we doing social distancing? Are we practicing, wearing our mask when we are around people that we think we could potentially give it to? So if you see here, hanging here, I've got 2 of the 3M masks. Let's take a close look at what those actually are. I went out to the fair, Central Orlando Fair, and there were a lot of people coughing. I found myself in a situation where I couldn't always wear the mask, and maybe I picked it up there, maybe I picked it up in Starbucks, who knows. The thing about this is it's invisible, and there's no way to really tell for sure where you pick it up or where it's coming from. So the reality is we have to deal with it. Wanted to keep going here and say that the next hotel that I stayed in, there was a guy coughing nonstop in the room next to me. I filled the room with a bunch of essential oils that are Betulin rich, and tried to put that in 4 corners of the room. Maybe that helped, maybe it didn't, because the air was blowing in from the air conditioner, right? Whatever that guy was coughing was coming in. And since then, everybody's been coughing everywhere I go. If I go to the airport, there were people coughing in the airport restrooms. Every single place I go, I hear people hiding that cough. I had, in one of the hotels, the waitress was kind of hiding her cough, and this is who's serving me breakfast, and she was very kind, nice lady. Maybe she had it, and wasn't able to cope with the idea of having it, or kept going to work or whatever. But it doesn't matter. By then, I think I already had it. The reason I think I had it is I had a very minor level of the symptoms, and that was slight tightness of the chest, some pain in my back, having really a strange feeling in my lungs of not being able to get enough air, and that there was kind of an itch. One day it was kind of an itch that completely took over the center of my lungs. It went from being kind of a wet cough to a dry cough, and then to an itch kind of feeling, and and then just the feeling of like having something alien in my body that I've never experienced is really weird. Like general inflammation. So for around 2 days, I think I had an elevated fever. But the thing is, I've been working every day in the entire course of the last 2 weeks. I've been isolating myself because I suspected that I had it, trying to put myself into hotels where I'm really left alone, trying not to interact with people, trying to do social distancing, stay back, trying to keep everyone at arm's length, doing social distancing. And I just feel like I've not done enough. In having to take taxis, for some reason or another, I have to switch hotel, and in taking the taxis, I'm wearing my mask, and I'm not feeling confident that I'm not somehow letting this go to other people. And it's I've been like constantly working on this Betulin solution. And about 4 days ago, I found an article that said that they have modified Betulinic acid with some slight chemistry changes on some of the points, and they have made it into what would be considered a very effective HIV inhibitor. And as you know, they're using HIV drugs against China coronavirus. So what I would like to do is I'd like to really push this out into the limelight. And I've got family here that they are, graduating with biology degrees, and they're advising me. And there's two things I would like to do. I would like to find out for sure if I have it, if they will give me a test. And that's a really good question. If they will give me a test, or is there a test available for me to find out if I really have this, if I'm not showing big enough symptoms. And the thing is, my symptoms are been pushed way down by drinking this Betulin tea. And anyone that's skeptical about this, I'm going to send you a very serious message right now. If you are feeling the symptoms of China coronavirus, you need to learn about Betulin, and you need to, for sure, find yourself drinking chaga tea, chaga coffee every day. It's really Betulin rich, and it will give you a concentrated dose. And I'm calling it a dose, okay? It's a medicinal mushroom that contains a chemical that's been proven in lab studies to help with the original SARS coronavirus. And I'm just saying this very seriously because I think this is life-saving information. There are people on my team who have found out that their brother or their cousin, that they're fallen ill with China coronavirus in Spain, and we're not able to get them chaga. We're working on it. We're not able to get them the proper herbs because they shut down the herb shops across Spain. It sounds like in Spain and Canary Islands, they've shut down the herb shops, and herbs are a critical resource, especially at a time like this. So it's really unconscionable that government would step in and tell you what you can and cannot have during a crisis time. And this is, to me, a matter of life and death. So it's unconscionable that government would actually try to control in that way. So anyway, so let's see what happens. I'll give you some more information as soon as I have it. But I would like to pull my team together and push out this information nationwide here in the United States and worldwide to every single human being that needs this information during this global crisis. So it's a very serious matter, but I just want to tell you guys that the issue is I'm actually feeling good. I'm at 95%, 97%, however you want to say it, and I feel good, and I know that I've beaten this, and I know that I've beaten this using a tool such as Betulin, and also attempting to get the right nutrients in my body, especially vitamin C. And vitamin C with rose hips is also a really good combination. I've been relying on that. So chaga tea, vitamin C, rose hips. Anyone that wants additional information on this about Betulinic acid, please contact my team at attarum@protonmail.com, and I guarantee you'll get an answer back as long as we can field the questions, as long as we can log into email, as long as we can have the time to do it. We will definitely answer all of your questions. Anybody that has family and friends that they're concerned about, please contact us right away in regards to Betulin. Not a bad place to self-isolate. It has charm.